Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on the Disney Dollhouse issue 21, and you can see there is a lot of stuff on the bench. That's because when you open up the book, you see that we've got these parts. You know, there's parts for the more parts for the wall. Let me set those aside as we deal with those later. You've got the house itself, as well as the walls from the last couple of issues and the floor from the last couple of issues. So let's go ahead and turn the page. And to be able to do this, I have to move stuff out of the way to actually different spots. We are going to be using this part today. So I will go ahead and get it out. Will play nice. Wow, that is really sealed. And this, I think, was from stage 20. That's the floor from stage 20. So it goes in. It is the second part that goes in. Pull this down a little bit because there are stickers and things on the bench, but what it's going to do is it's going to sit here. If I can get it to go down when it comes time. It's going to be a bit of a tight fit, but that's okay. Prefer it to fit tightly than not fit at all. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to put this wall on. And it says to apply glue here. Let's see, let me double check. And we apply glue. It says to apply glue on here, on this edge here, and on this edge here. I don't know if I'm going to put the glue onto this edge here right now because it'll hit the floor. Or not the floor, but the table. What I'm probably going to have to do, because after this goes on, this part is going on. And what's going to happen is it's going to go on here like this, and then this is going to go on here at the same time. Might have to do that off camera. It depends on how awkward it is. And was looking for a good word. And right there is one of the channels for the lighting. I also noticed something with the lighting on the dollhouse. It does not, I watched somebody's video, and it does not have lighting in the attic. I'm going to have to fix that. It would be nice if it had the little what do you call it, light fixtures like the rest of it does, like the other 6 rooms do. But that's okay. I'll be able to fix it without a problem. And what I'm doing right now is just wiping the glue off. And this is something that you want to keep going. You don't want to stop in the middle of this. And I just realized I put glue in here and I didn't need it. So let me see if I can get most of that out of there. And of course now I've got glue all over my fingers, so let me see what I can do to get the glue off. I wonder, I don't know how well this is going to go. So what the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue along this edge, and I'm going to put a line of glue down here, and sort out some way to actually slide this in here, because you saw before this did not want to fit in here. So I'm going to pause the camera now, come back once I have that in place, just to show you how it worked out. So I'll be right back. Surprisingly, it just, when I got it in the right spot, it just dropped into place. Might have glued it to the table. Hopefully not. Yeah, there's glue underneath. Hang on. As I moved it, I can see right there, there's glue underneath it. So let's see if we can just pick this up. Wipe the glue off of here. See if we can get the excess off the back here, and hopefully everything will set up without any issue. You can see there, push that down a little bit. Might want to set something there. So let's see. The next thing it has us do is take this piece here, run some glue along here and in here. Let's see if we can move some tools and stuff out of here. My bench is always a mess. There's always stuff crowded on the sides because I tend to not put everything all the way away. I just put it off to the side. So let's slide this over here like that. So what this is going to do is it's going to go on in here and then into this area just like this. And I got the wallpaper cut really well. Come on. Fits in there so well it doesn't want to come back out. The wallpaper was cut really well to where there was barely a visible gap there. So a little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue here. We're going to just put some along the side here. Like I said, just like I just did before, set this in here and just, now it doesn't want to go in. Slide that in there like that, push it together, hold it a little bit, rub my finger along the back there, cleaning up the lack of excess glue. Hold it in place for a couple minutes while it sets a little bit, and turn to the other side so that I can see what the next thing to do is, and that would be to put this wall right here. And what it says to do to put this in place, let me double check. Okay. Did not realize that the taller part of the wall was to the top. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue. That should be good. Put some glue down in here. And it always shows just on the tabs. I'm putting it along the bottom instead of on the tabs. Less likely to run out the bottom then. It's going to fit in here just like this. Maybe it's going to fit. What is blocking it? Because I know I've fit these two together so many times. They fit so nicely. It might be, yeah, it's a little bit that the connection or the area there is a little bit snug. We're going to, and I think I mentioned this before. You can see there how that is a Z pattern, zigzag pattern. That's to kind of seal the wall up. It'll block light, which is really cool. We're going to put some glue in here. Dot of glue here, a little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue here. And then we're going to just push it into place again. Hopefully the glue will help it slide a little bit easier than it did the first time. Come on. There we go. Rub my finger along here, smear the glue. Take the Q-tip and clean it up a little bit. There's a small gap there, can't do anything about it, which is why I started doing the wrap around on the other side. And then the next thing I want us to do is have these four pieces from before. What they want you to do to lock this together while it dries is set that on there. Very similar to these ones over here on the far left off camera that I've had sitting there for a while. And that says that's all you have. That's all you do with walls 8 and 10. You turn the page here, which is off screen because it doesn't fit. I'm just looking. Yeah. Okay, so that is all we have to do with the dollhouse as it stands right now. I've got more work to do with the parts that are in this pack, but this takes care of all the previous issues, the packs that we've had that we haven't done anything with. So let me pause the camera, move this to its current location where it lives on top of my airbrush booth, simply because I don't have anywhere else I can put it. It's so big. And I'll be back. Okay, we're back. So here are the parts from stage 21. Sorry for the squeaky box. We're going to very carefully see how much noise we can make with it. Actually, I want to go back and look. Little Mermaid. Okay. And it's doesn't say Little Mermaid. It says La Petite Sirène or Sirène. Siren being the English translation of siren. So we have, I was going to say a table, but it's got a cushion on it. So this is a stool. We have a cup. And if I remember correctly, this is a dingle hopper. I think that's what it was called in the movie. In English, it's a fork. We have these trim pieces. Then wall 13, wall 12, and wall 11. You can see right there. Each one of them has a number like that. And the lines on these show where the wallpaper is going to go. So we should have 1, 2, 3 pieces of wallpaper and a random bit of plastic here. I don't think that's supposed to be anything, but I'm going to set it in there just in case. And so similar to previous times that we've done this, where is it? Oh, that's the saw. When you just shove everything over to the left, get it out of the way so you can put a huge house on here, you might lose some things. But like I was saying, similar to previous times, I'm going to extend the lines across. And the key thing to remember on all of these is that the number is always going to go on the top. So that's going to be the top of that one. And it is warm in the shop again today. I'm actually looking forward to winter because it gets really warm in the shop during the summer. In the winter, I put a heater under my feet and I'm nice and toasty. That just shifted. That one I'll have to pay a little bit of attention to. You can see where I shifted it. So this time we're going to do it this way because I tried to draw the line with my left hand and that just didn't work very well. And then we'll go with these two. These two. This one actually, these two lines. Set this ruler off out of the way. Just make sure we know which one is which. Actually, I'm trying to put it on upside down. And so we have 3 different sizes. The narrow ones are going to go on here, on these 2. And then you've got the longer one. And it says to pull it down from the top. Of course, I'm sitting here staring at it in the book and I'm going, that doesn't look right because this white stripe's on the wrong side. That's because I had it upside down. So we're going to pull this down. And you've seen this several times before when I do the wallpaper. The only thing that changes on each one of these when I'm doing the wallpaper is how I just run my mouth, what I say, because you never know what's going to come out. Usually it's, in my mind, it might be entertaining. I'm not positive. So you pull it down 1 centimeter and you line it up across the top here and along this edge. So we're going to set this corner into the edge here. We're going to stretch this across, not really stretch, but just kind of push it across like that. We're going to pull it down, kind of laying it down as we go. And not getting a bubble in it right there. Really can't wait until winter and the flies go away. It's unreal the number of flies that are in the shop. That I just pushed down inside a little bit. Do that again. What happened was I pushed down in this area where the there is no backing, where the window is going to be. And I just don't want to have that sticking out like that. Set this over here, make sure. So it does say to fold it along here. And I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other one. I've learned. I'm going to fold it down in here. And if I have to trim it later on, I will. What I'm doing right now is I'm folding it very firmly down into this corner, like that. And now I'm going to cut along here somehow. Oh, actually, I see what they're doing. They say to fold it down in there. And they're cutting it using the ruler to cut it up here. I'm going to use the ruler to cut it down here at the corner. Or not the ruler, just use the knife. Use the knife to cut things. Using the ruler to cut it just doesn't work out very well. So what I've got is it's not 100% laying over the corner there, but it's enough that when I push these together, which I'm guessing looks like it's this one is going to go on here. When I push it together, is it like that? Might be like that. Not 100% positive which one is going to go on here. But whichever one goes on there, you're going to see that the wallpaper sticks down into the gap there. And we're going to turn this over. Like I've said before, we're going to cut, cut from corner to corner. And we're going to do this 2 directions because that way we, there we go, pulling out in the middle of the window. But we're going to do it again, do it that way. It's still caught in some of the corners, so I'm going to come back and do that one. We're going to come back and cut from this one. That should make a total mess of it. Come on. Should have grabbed the scalpel. Let's go back here and get this cut off. And I'm, like I said, I made a total mess of this one, so I'm going to throw it away. That scrap's too small. Keep writing up the wall. I'm just scarring up the window. I kept writing up the wall. You can see there. The window frame will take care of that. Like I said, total mess. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. And I think I just drowned a fly. So I'll be pouring my coffee out rather than drinking it and get a new cup. I could be upset, but I'm actually kind of happy that if I drown the fly and I don't have to deal with it anymore. So we're going to do the same thing. Oh. I looked over and it was like this. And I was like, no, the tile's on the bottom where it belongs. Yeah, I want coffee, but I can't have any right now. So this one is not going to have any overlap, or shouldn't. Might do a little bit of an overlap just to be on the safe side. On one side, all of them. That was not smart. I just pulled it completely off. All of them go all the way to the corner. Start on one corner. Like I said, just might have been a mistake there. I pulled it completely off the paper. Not thinking, running my mouth, but nice recovery, Buck. On the edge there, like that. And we're going to put this blade away because it's a little bit dull. Get my preferred implement of destruction, which is my scalpel. It's sharper. That. Again, this piece is too small to really do anything with. So now we can put these two up here. Let's just double check. Oh yeah, we still got to glue those on. Here I'm thinking I'm almost done. Still got a little bit to go. That's why I turned the page. And actually I can turn the page here because it shows doing the rest of them. Actually, here's the fun part. It says do this one and put this part on, then do the next one, and so on and so forth. I've just jumped the gun, did all the wallpaper first. But that's okay. Let's find this one. Just looking. Okay. Again, right up to the edge here. This one is going to be interesting to do any kind of overlap at all. Because one side it slants in, the other side it's right there is the edge that I line it up on. So we'll just push on from here. And it's kind of funny they give you lines on the bottom, because the lines on the bottom aren't going to matter once you do the top. This is just barely overlapping. Don't know if you can see it there, but with the naked eye I can see that it's overlapping a little bit. Not going to be a good place here to overlap that much. I'm going to fold it along the edge like that. And I'm going to come back and cut it, and hopefully it'll leave a little bit there behind. that's got those 3 pieces done. And now we need to do the trim pieces. Trim pieces, just looking, should be very obvious which way these go on here. Okay, so this one here is going to go on there matching these edges up, which is going to leave you a gap here, which is where I think, no, that doesn't work very well. Maybe, yeah, that's probably going to be like that. I had one fly, I now have 2. You guys are really irritating me. Let me get some clamps. And I use these ones because they grip past the trim. So take a little bit here. This glue flows really, really fast. Take it here, we're going to lay it in place. I've got glue on my finger again. The key thing is not to, no. That's not going to work. What have I used before to hold those in place? Was it these? It was these. Make sure that's in place. And what I'm doing is I'm lining up this edge, making sure everything is good. Top edge is good. Take this Q-tip here, get the overrun of the glue out of the way. And we're going to look at this one. We're going to put it on the right way because I'm looking at it going, it doesn't look right. That's because it goes like this, and you'll see you've got 2 edges there. You got one here, you got one here. And that is how it's going to line up to match everything. Instead of putting it on the part and the trim piece, I'm going to put it on the wood. It seems like I get a little bit better control putting it on the wood. Put this on here. Get my edges lined up. I actually had somebody comment that I appear to be a very precise modeler when I do these things, and I am, simply because I don't want to have to fight to get things to fit. That's on there. I don't know if that was on a, wow, that was going to be way too tight. Don't know if that was on a Dollhouse video or, I don't remember it was what type of video it was on. But I'm very precise on this stuff because I want it to line up correctly. Like that right there, and that right there, so that when it comes time to glue these on to the rest of the house, they actually fit. Put these away. In case you're wondering, yes, I have more clamps than I know what to do with. I have people tell me that, you know, just my model stash is like a hobby store. Well, it turns out that so is my tools. If I think I need a tool, I'll buy it, whether I use it ever or not. So this one is going to line up like this. We got 2 squared off ends there. So we'll drop some glue on here. Drop this in here. That side lined up. Go ahead and put a clamp on it. Push that side down just a hair. No, that's what I was worried about. The clamp just pulled the trim piece over. And that's what I really don't need it to do. And I probably don't need these clamps on here. Matter of fact. Let's see. They always use this masking tape on. The masking tape to me is you're risking being a dork and not cutting your window out. No, you're risking pulling the wallpaper up. So let me set this right here, almost off camera, while I go back and remember that I forgot to do something. The reason it's on the edge of the table like this is because the trim piece is on there. It won't lay flat. So let's see, how'd I do? Bottom's good. Just a tad bit there in the corner. A little bit of, had to tear it just a little bit. We'll go ahead and take the clamps off of all of these. And we will set them here like that. And we'll do an outro. So that is all there is to do in this stage. A lot going on in this stage. I mean, we attached more floor, we attached more wall. You know, we've extended the house to the full width that it's going to be. And actually, it is a monster. It is huge. But I was actually thinking it was going to be bigger than it is. It will continue to fit on the desk until I start working on the second floor. When I start working on the second floor is going to be about here. And then the attic is going to be even worse. So I hope you're enjoying this. I am loving this build. It's very well done. I'm very happy that I was able to get a hold of it. It's not yet available in the States, unfortunately. You know, unless you do have some connections. I happen to know somebody who got two of them. He got one in English and one in French. The English one he's given to his daughter. The French one he gave to me, or he didn't give to me. He sold to me, so I can build it because I've talked about it a lot on Hobby Time Modelers. Just double check that we are on the last page. Yes, we are. So, like I said, that's all there is to do in this issue. Hope you're enjoying it. Like and subscribe if you are. Hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new videos. Leave a comment. I will respond. And take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And we'll see you in the next video.